Hello everyone and welcome to Heirloom Leather YouTube channel. Today's a big day for me. I was waiting for this parcel for a long time. I was waiting to be able to afford what's in this parcel, and finally I made the order. I pulled the trigger, how you would say it, and I buy for me some quality tools. And today I just received the parcel, and I wanted to make a video to like say it first impression and first look and see how they are gonna work. Basically, in this parcel are some knives from Tetsuya Okada, some handmade knives from Japan steel, as I believe it's blue super steel or something like that. I don't remember it 100%, but all I know is this knife is gonna hold the edge for a long time without being sharpened again. So let's start at the beginnings. These are my first lever knives or skiving knives. This one was actually my first one. It's not a good knife. It says on the website Damascus steel, hardened and stuff like that. Nothing like that. I basically made, when I got it, I made 2 cuts with it and it got dull. It looks okay, it feels okay. The how it's made, it's okay as well, but the steel itself is not good. Or at least this is my experience with this knife. And I was keeping it just because I already bought it, I just kept it. So these 2 knives are from Temu. Both knives costed like £6. Not expensive at all. Everyone can afford them. And you actually can do work with these knives. They are very basic knives. I don't know what kind of steel they're using in here, because there is nothing on their website. But you are able to sharpen it, and it's actually gonna hold the edge for quite time. Well, you can, at least if you're doing a wallet, you can use it for the wall wallet and it's gonna hold the edge. You actually can skive with it pretty okay, and they're gonna work. First of all, they need to be sharpened when you are getting them, because they are not sharp at all. They are sharp, but they're not sharpened properly, how it should be sharpened. You need to get them sharpened, and with use of a strop you can keep their sharpness for a long time without being sharpened again. Yeah, basically these are 2 knives which I was using. Then I got the Kevin Lee skiving knife. It's a very fancy, a very nice looking knife. It's built very well, but I was a little bit disappointed when it came to me, because this is my hand and this is the knife. And the handle, like my hand is too big for it. You definitely can do the work with it. It's holding the edge. If I remember properly, it's a DC53 steel. It's sharp already from the beginning, but if you're gonna sharpen it, it's gonna retain that edge for a long time. And it's actually a proper skiving knife. You can skive with it in very well. It's gonna have a nice cut, and it's a good knife. It's just too small for my hand. And I also was expecting, there was no mention of how wide this blade is, but it's actually 30 millimeters, which for me is a little bit too small, too low, not enough width for me. So yeah, but it's a very good knife. It's not expensive. It's about £45. If you want, I can include the link on the website here in UK where I got it. It's looking very well. It holds it stays in the hand very well, but it's too small for me. So this is what I was using before, and hopefully this is what I'm gonna use from now on. I'm gonna use one. Let's open it first. I'm very excited. Let's open. Let's see. As I believe these are the dispatch notes. Tetsuya Okada, Tokyo. Nice. And by the way, I paid for the knives, and I also got a clamp, 23,000 yen and 3,650 for postage. Postage is quite expensive from Japan. It all depends how heavy it is. The heavier, the more expensive it is. So in pounds, this costed me about 125, 130 pounds. I don't remember for 100%. But for two knives and a clamp, completely handmade, sharpened from Japan, I do believe is not an expensive thing. Yeah, here are all my data. Is nothing important, and this is the invoice. I believe for your tax things. Yeah, this is not important now. Let's open the box. I can't wait to see them. You can actually see this knife is quite sharp. It's gonna cut very well. Even the lever is cutting very nice. Let's say it's not a proper tool for leather working. You can definitely do the job with it. 100% you can do the job with it. For this money, it's a great knife. So this is my PayPal invoice. Actually, you're paying through PayPal. Yes, okay. These are the clamps, I believe. These are the knives. One. And this is two. Yeah, so as you can see, this box traveled all the way from Japan, and it's still in one piece. It's not bent, it's not anything, it's one piece, so safe delivery. Oh yeah. It's sharp. It's sharp from the beginning. This is how the knife looks. It's a basic handle. The steel is the most important thing. Let's have a look at the second knife. Both knives are right-handed knives. So, in comparison, this is a Kevin Lee knife. This is from Tetsuya Okada, OKADA Tools. And also, you see, this one is about, I know for sure this is 36 millimeters wide, this is 30. This for me is more convenient. Let's have a look at the second knife. They also have a protective cover, but you need to make a knife sheath for yourself. I just mix this one. So this is how they arrive. Second knife, exactly the same. It's not exactly the same knife. It's a different texture on the steel. Hopefully you can see it right. But otherwise it's the same steel, the same handle, basically the same knife, just different texture. I wanted to try one and another, and I actually like this one more. This one is okay. I like how it looks, this one better. How is this one? Yeah, it's sharp. It cuts straight away from my skin. And as I said, a comparison between them. This one stays in my hand a lot better, even when you're gonna skive with it. It stays a lot better in the hand than this one. You can do the job with this one as well, but this one stays in hand a lot better. I like it more. Also when you're doing your cutting, yeah. These are the knives. And one more thing which I've got. It's a pair of clamps. I'm pretty sure you all have seen in the video how they are like clamping the lever together when it's glued. So you are applying pressure just on the edge so the glue sets in properly. This item is also handmade. The same guy, Tetsuya Okada, and it is pretty good. But it's an old school. It has a feel of an old school tool, and it also looks very, very nice. I like it a lot. Of course, you will have to glue some lever on this metal, let's say, plates over here. So when you're gonna press the lever together, it's not gonna leave any marks on your item, on your lever. But it's actually very nice. It has this spring over here. I like it. Yeah, very good. And actually on the website it wasn't so expensive. So I chose to buy two knives and this clamp, but this clamp was not very expensive. I think it's like 20, 25, something like that pounds in our money, in English money. Yeah, but we are talking about knives now. So here I have a piece of vegetable tanned leather. It's about 1.8 to 2.2 or 2.0 to 2.2 millimeters, something like that. Let's see how this knife cuts. Also, with this knife from Kevin Lee, you are not able to do cuts, to cut the leather actually. This is only for skiving. To be able to do cuts properly, you have to put your lever and you have to cut this way. Always, because the blade is angled in this way that only in this way you're going to be able to cut properly. But skiving with this knife, you basically, this is what you're doing. Skiving, it's a very good knife for skiving. You can also skive with these cheap knives. You can go, it's not so comfortable, but you can do it properly. Now, OKADA Tools knife, let's see how it cuts the leather. Straight away, no problem. It's sharp. Let me take my skiving board, give it to me please, button, yeah, and try and skive a little bit of leather over here and see how it works. Let's see how it's gonna work. Actually, this piece is too small. Skives beautifully. I do believe they need to be cleaned a little bit, because maybe they have some oil on it, because it's quite sticky, the surface. That's why you're hearing that it's like dragging on the lever. the knife itself it's sharp. It is skiving and it cuts. And also what's important when you're skiving, when you're getting to the end over here, it's important that the knife should be very sharp, because otherwise you're gonna get like everything fluffy in the end over here, and you will have to recut everything and adjust. But these knives are cutting properly. Let's see this one. Oh. It skives. It is a great knife. Yeah. First thing what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make some knife sheets for them, and I'm gonna put some wood oil on these handles, and so they're gonna look a little bit more pleasant, let's say. But yeah, this is a small review about OKADA Tools, OKADA knives. Big thank you to Mr. Tetsuya Okada for sending them to me and making them for me. I'm very grateful. They're really very nice knives. If you want these kind of knives, be prepared that you will have to wait a little bit, because he's making them by himself and it takes a little bit of time to make them. I waited from the day I ordered, I paid the money, and the day I received them it took about 2 weeks, a week and a half, but he had them in stock. If he doesn't have them in stock, you will have to wait for them. You will have to wait them to be made. I'm gonna leave a link in the description. If you want, you can talk with Mr. Tetsuya and see what he can do for you. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.